So technically, Corsicana is not under the tornado warning. However, it is just to your west, and we are seeing tight rotation with this thunderstorm now. So we'll put regular radar back on to give you an idea of what's happening here in Navarro County. Again, that is the tight area of rotation in the thunderstorm. Now, if you look, this is your rain and hail too. That rotation is going to be hidden behind a lot of very heavy rain, so it will be rain wrapped. The tornado will be as it moves closer and closer to I-45. This has already been a confirmed, even down into McLennan County near Waco. We've seen this thunderstorm has been a very strong storm for a couple of hours now. It has not lost its intensity, so that's why we are on air now saying we have a confirmed tornado. Corsicana, the rest of Navarro County needs to pay very close attention to this as it starts to move farther to the northeast. Let's go back to the southwest. We have another tornado warning in effect for Hill County until 2:15. Now, the earlier tornado warning with the thunderstorm in Navarro County did not include Hillsborough. This tornado warning does. At the very least, Hillsborough looks like you're going to get some very large hail with this thunderstorm. Right on I-35, an absolute mess right now. This is very strong rotation too. This is just outside of the town of West. Here's I-35. Let me step out of the way so you can see it. Very tight rotation there. Southwest of Menlo, this will be around I-35 in the next 10 to 15 minutes. Maybe even less at this point with it moving 30 miles an hour. So there again, there's the rotation moving east. There's our latest scan, very tight rotation. Strong winds moving toward the radar, that's the blue. Strong winds moving away from the radar, that's the bright red. That's the area of rotation. We're going to turn on a product, if you could. Let's take a look at correlation coefficient. This is something we can at least see if there's any debris. Right now, maybe a little bit of, at the least, you see these blues and greens here. This would indicate dust being picked up. I don't see any strong debris signatures right now, but we do have at least very strong winds. This may be a more rural area, but as it moves toward I-35, high concern, certainly. We do have a tornado reported on the ground in Navarro County at FM 744. That's near Brushy Prairie in western Navarro County. So we're going to go back to that. So again, 2 tornado warnings right now. One, Navarro County. This one, a confirmed tornado. The tornado is on the ground at FM 744 near Brushy Prairie. If we can zoom in there, we got Jason Joseph, our weather producer here, running radar. Meteorologist Mariel Ruiz also here tracking things. We're going to see where, if we can zoom it a little bit tighter on the rotation. There it is right here. So again, there's Emmett. There's Dresden. We're going to zoom in very close. There it is. There's FM 744. So the confirmed tornado is right here. So you can see we have confirmation from spotters on the ground that there is a tornado, and now our radar showing you exactly where it is. So there's FM 744. You'd imagine, the track of this is kind of a northeasterly direction, so it may very well ride along 744 right into Dresden. So if you live in Dresden, you need to make sure you're seeking shelter immediately. We zoom out a little bit more to kind of just track the path, because we know we have a confirmed tornado there. As it moves northeast, this will cross Highway 22. So Corsicana, again, and it's possible, with these rotations, they don't necessarily stay linear. Okay, so that's why we kind of have this margin of error on this box here to give you an idea of where it may or may not track. But this idea here, Corsicana very much should pay attention to this thunderstorm. There's Raleigh. There's Barry. Barry very much in the path of this. Barry around 154, so that's about 15 minutes from now. This very tight area of rotation, pretty strong area of rotation moving in your direction. Let's get radar back on here. So again, we have at least one confirmed tornado here in Navarro County. If we could zoom out a little bit, we'll show both of these thunderstorms. To the west, we have another thunderstorm right on its tail. This one, not a confirmed tornado just yet. However, we do have a tornado warning. Radar indicated it's a very strong area of rotation just on the outside of West near Hillsborough, getting very close to I-35. So if you know anybody traveling, make sure that they're very aware of this situation here. Very strong, very intense thunderstorms moving in that direction. So here's our latest. If we could zoom out, Jason, if you don't mind, I want to show at least the view of the Metroplex to just the Dallas-Fort Worth area right now, completely fine. Kind of in this lull. Okay, the tornado watch includes Tarrant, Dallas, and Collin counties, but the tornado warnings at this time well to the south. That's for Hill County, that's for Navarro County. Those are the 2 tornado warnings that are in effect. And that's where the concern is. That's why the tornado watch is south. The better parameters for tornado potential is in this area here. So again, Navarro County, a confirmed tornado. This confirmed tornado was last reported along FM, was it 477? Does this seem right? We'll zoom in here. Forgive me for that. 744, my apologies. FM 744, that's where the confirmed tornado is, just on the outskirts of Dresden. That's until 2 p.m. There's the latest rotation on that. There's Emmett. All right, so you see that rotate, very tight. This area of blue and red, you can see that's where the circulation is. That's what's moving to the east, northeast. So if you live in Barry, Dresden, Drain, Oak Valley, and even to Corsicana, you need to make sure you get in your safe spots immediately, because we do have that strong area of rotation in place. So we are keeping an eye on everything here, but again, those 2 tornado warnings in effect for Hill County as well as Navarro County until 2 p.m. for Navarro and about 2:30 for Hill County. All right, let's put regular radar back on. There again is the thunderstorms. These are very messy thunderstorms, and what I mean by that is the areas of rotation are kind of pushed back into the very heavy rain. We have a lot of lightning with this, some very large hail. That's the other potential too. You know, the rotation of these thunderstorms will be down here in this portion, but just to the north toward Hillsboro, you know, as you get in toward Blooming Grove too, even into Rice, I would pay attention to for some very large hail for the potential of golf ball, maybe even up to tennis ball size hail with these thunderstorms. Those are the 2 tornado warned storms. Outside of that, you have a severe thunderstorm warning for Itasca for very large hail and damaging wind potential. Again, Metroplex right now not seeing any severe thunderstorms. Waxahachie, you'll be next in line to see some severe weather. I know we have crews in place in Waxahachie. We have crews all over North Texas tracking these thunderstorms, but the intense thunderstorms, the tornado potential, the tornado concern right now in Hill County and Navarro County. So let's go back in. We've kind of shown you, actually it looks like, well, let's put a track here. Go ahead, Jason, let's do that. This area of thunderstorms moving into Ellis County and parts of Johnson County. Right now, just some big hail-producing storms, some damaging wind gust potential near Venus. That'll be there around 155. Waxahachie around 210. Oakleaf at 223. Cedar Hill, if it holds together, sometime around 230. And Trumbull around 234. Again, that's not the tornado warned storm, but some very large hail, some damaging wind potential. That is certainly the concern there. We still have, again, very impressive rotation down here to the south of Johnson and Ellis counties near Hillsboro and over into Navarro County. So let's go back to those if we could. Right now, you know, I highly suspect that the tornado warning is going to get extended farther to the east. So, you know, if you're watching in Corsicana right now, you're not technically under the tornado warning. And if you're watching farther to the north toward Rice, still not under the tornado warning. However, this is a very intense thunderstorm. As we turn on our velocity here, you'll see why we have that concern. If we put a pause here, so here's Blooming Grove. You go south of Blooming Grove, this area right here is where we have a confirmed tornado in Navarro County. We'll zoom in a little bit tighter so we can get some street views of where this tornado is. So again, spotters in the area, emergency managers have already confirmed a tornado. There's FM 744. There's FM 55. Those intersect in Dresden. Dresden really need to seek shelter here because, again, this is a confirmed tornado, not just radar indicated as it moves off to the northeast. We'll zoom out a little bit more. Kind of follow the path of that. There's Barry, and you can see Corsicana there just east of where that rotation is. Now, you know, if all goes as it is with the way this storm is moving, you see it has a bit of a more north, almost a northeasterly push within the last couple of scans. That may take the center of circulation away from Corsicana. So Corsicana, don't let your guard down by any means, but please keep a very close eye on this because it's highly possible it could take a jog east, but right now that center of rotation may go just to the northwest of Corsicana, closer to M House. So if you live in M House, you live north of Corsicana along I-45 or anywhere due west of I-45 and north of Corsicana, be extra alert. Go ahead and get in your safe spot. You're not under a tornado warning yet, but start rallying up people to get in your safe places as you can right now. That would be the best bet, as that very strong area of rotation is currently south of Blooming Grove. There's the track as it moves northeast, 30 to 35 miles per hour. That's the current speed. Dresden, it's there. Barry 154, M-House around 205. So M-House, you have about 20 minutes to make preparations for this tornado, which again is confirmed in Navarro County. All right, let's clear this one out. Let's zoom out a little bit and go back to the Hill County thunder. That is very intense rotation. Wow. You know, you don't see, you see these really bright blues, these really bright reds here near Menlo, near Abbott. This is north of West. It's about to cross I-35 right now. That is some very strong rotation. One of the, when I say one of the best, I don't mean it's a good thing, but it's one of the most, one of the strongest signs of rotation we've seen in quite some time, at least here in North Texas. It's been a while. That is a very clear sign of rotation, just like the one in Navarro County. Parameters are all in place for a good tornado risk today, and we're seeing that, and you can see that rotation, and that's why that tornado warning extends all the way up into Bynum. There's Abbott. If you live in Abbott, seek shelter immediately here. Right along I-35, some troubles moving that way with that rotation. So there's the latest scan of that. Still very strong, very tight rotation as it moves to the northeast. It'll be in Abbott around 148, Bynum around 204, and in Brandon around 217.